We're driving at dusk to a secret position on a tree line in southeastern Ukraine, one of the most intensive areas of fighting in the country right now. Here, shelling has long been a constant, but it's intensified even more in recent weeks. Haram, the artillery position's commander, who's nearly 50, was mobilised last year.
They're no more than 6 kilometres away, but what's interesting is that their presence seems denser. I don't know about the exact ratios of equipment, but in terms of the shelling, for every 2 shots we fire, they fire 7.
Outside, under cover of nightfall, he shows us the Soviet-era artillery gun at his disposal and says that even though they're actively rationing ammunition, they've been having some success.
We're firing at tanks and heavy machinery. Hitting a moving target directly is very difficult. But even if we hit nearby, it causes damage. And so they stop.
Day and night, this is how these men from the 33rd Mechanized Brigade of Ukraine's army spend their time trying to hold the front line in eastern Ukraine, one of the most intensive areas of fighting at the moment in this long, drawn-out war. In recent weeks, this brigade stopped 2 major Russian onslaughts, the fiercest they've seen in the year they've been stationed in the south of the Donetsk region.
There was a big push from Russian side. Previously we were fighting on Zaporizhzhia direction, and that was a tough direction too, but there was less of drones, less of FPVs. That's hard war.
This drone unit witnessed how Ukrainians were pushed back further north on the Eastern Front in the summer.
Коли оце почався наступ і почали заходити ворожі сили, ми не мали ніякої можливості.
When the enemy began to advance, we couldn't evacuate the injured or deliver supplies, ammunition or medication.
Ставити провізію, боєприпаси, медикаменти ніякої абсолютно. Там було
The terrain was such that you couldn't move without being seen.
щоб тебе не побачили.
Their battalion has specialists who upgrade drones into kamikaze attack machines.
15 дронів в день застосовують.
We make around 15 drones per day minimum, so that's about 60 to 80 drones for a 4-day rotation. We make these drones and then take them with us to the battlefield position.
Працює безпосередньо розрахунок.
This large-scale Ukrainian-made drone named the Vampire can carry explosives, but also vital supplies of food and water to infantry troops stationed right at the front. But they cost $20,000 each, often funded by volunteers. Russia has ramped up its attack drone production on a massive scale. Vladimir Putin says his country will make 1.4 million this year alone. Ukraine's soldiers and political leaders are renewing calls for their allies to fulfill pledges of arms deliveries if they're to keep holding the long and vulnerable eastern front line.